Đây, để anh ăn của em bóc đi.
Em biết là em quan trọng với anh từ nhỏ. Em mà có xảy ra chuyện gì thì anh không biết phải làm sao em ạ. Nên em làm gì hay như nào cẩn thận nhé.
Anh sẽ cố gắng, anh không phải lo cho em nữa.
Cảm ơn.
The first light of dawn creeps through the splintered walls of an old wooden house, its sagging porch a mess of rusted tools, a dented hoe, a cracked bucket, and a basket of wilted greens, while the air hangs heavy with the damp, earthy scent of the countryside, now tinged with an unshakable sense of loss. Tien steps out, her bare feet sinking into the cool, muddy ground of the vegetable garden, where rows of cabbages droop under the weight of neglect, mirroring the heaviness in her chest. She freezes at the sight of the pig pen, empty, silent, the absence of her chickens, puppies, and beloved cat a cruel blow. Her fake father, a man she never truly trusted, had sold them all without a word, leaving her world hollow. Her voice shakes as she whispers to the ghosts of her pets. Every day when I come over, I'm preparing to cook. I'm sure you'll be home soon. Yes, come and cook. She chokes on her words, tears streaming down her face. It's been a long time since I've seen you. It's getting late. Go cook and prepare some things to bring to Tien. Inside, she kneels by the fire pit, the crackling flames casting eerie shadows on the rough wooden walls, the smell of burning wood mixing with the faint aroma of rice in the pot. Her hands tremble as she stirs, the motion mechanical, a desperate attempt to hold on to normalcy. I'm cooking too, yes, hello? Well, hello, yes, hello, she murmurs, her voice a fragile thread, as if speaking to the animals she'll never see again. The silence of the farm is suffocating. No clucking chickens, no playful barks, just the distant chirp of a lone cricket mocking her solitude. She collapses against the wall, her sobs echoing in the empty space. The photo of her cat clutched to her chest. It's soft for a memory that cuts deeper with every breath. Miles away, at the bustling construction site of the Intervillage Bridge, the air hums with the rhythmic clang of hammers and the shouts of workers, dust swirling in the morning light. Jack, his brow furrowed with focus, adjusts his hard hat as his phone buzzes. Jack's back, son? Yes, hello, Mom, what are you doing? He asks, his voice warm despite the chaos around him. His mother's voice crackles through the line. Are you preparing some things for me to bring to Tien? Yes, Uncle Tien sent so many things. Jack nods, wiping sweat from his forehead. Yes, I'm in the middle of something. I'll finish my work and bring it in, Mom. Yes, go to work. He turns to oversee a group of workers pouring concrete, the foundation of the bridge taking shape, a symbol of connection in a world that feels so broken to Tien. A friend calls, his voice cutting through the noise of the site. I hear you, my friend, what are you doing? I just came back from the construction site and was handling some work. I called to thank you for the recent project. Jack smiles, leaning against a stack of steel beams. It's okay, I called to thank you. It's nothing. He surveys the progress, the bridge stretching across the river like a promise. How's it going these days? It's going well. I just received this bridge project. Today I'm checking the construction process. His friend adds, it's been a while since we've met. Finish your work, and let's arrange a time to meet up. Jack agrees. Sure, I'll call you in a few days. His mind already drifting to Tien, a quiet worry gnawing at him. Back at Jack's home, a modest house with a tin roof and a small garden of marigolds, his mother packs gifts from the south, crisp apples, clusters of grapes, dried squid wrapped in paper. Her hands steady but her eyes distant, lost in thought. Mom, sit here and drink water. What are you doing up there? I'm preparing to cook rice. I'm packing things so you can bring the water I just made to Tien, she says to herself, her voice soft, as if speaking to Jack even though he's not there. She picks up a grape, rolling it between her fingers. Yes, Uncle Tien is so thoughtful. How many gifts did he send? She sighs, her mind wandering to her own loneliness. A widow who's poured her life into raising Jack, wondering if she's ever allowed herself to seek happiness again. Jack arrives home, his boots muddy from the sight, and marvels at the spread. Uncle Tien really outdid himself this time. He opens up, his voice heavy. Actually, lately I want to spend more time with Tien. Mom, Tien loves animals so much. This time her dog just gave birth. I only had a cat when I brought her in, so beautiful and adorable. His mother nods, her eyes softening. Yes, when Tien was away for a few days, she felt so sad for those little dogs with no one to care for them. Jack clenches his fists, determination burning in his chest. I'll finish my work and go to her. I want to be near Tien. Tonight I'll stay with her. I can't shake this feeling that she needs me right now. His mother encourages, her voice gentle but firm. That's right, if you two have time, buy things, cook, and eat together. You've always been so good to her. Jack nods. Yes, tonight I'll stay with Tien. You're right, Mom. I can handle my work. But I also need to give love to my partner. His mother smiles, her hands resting on a basket of gifts. Then you can rest easy. Take care of your work, and since your partner is nearby, spend time eating with her and stay late. Jack affirms, it'll bring us closer. I started the inter-village bridge project today. The foundation began, and I hope it goes smoothly and succeeds. His mother supports. Good. And you're planning more irrigation projects? Do what you do, but for love, make sure you spend plenty of time with your partner. She pauses, her gaze distant. And maybe I should think about my own happiness too. Jack looks at her, sensing the weight in her words. Mom, you've given everything for me. Don't you think it's time you found someone to share your life with? His mother shakes her head, a sad smile on her lips. I've raised you alone all these years, Jack. I don't know if I can open my heart again, but I'll think about it for you. Jack nods, his resolve strengthening. I just want you to be happy, Mom. But right now, I need to get to Tien. He grabs the gifts, his heart racing with a mix of worry and determination. The road to the farm stretching out before him like a lifeline to the woman he loves. The afternoon sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and gold, casting long jagged shadows over the farm, where the vegetable garden lies tangled with weeds, the wooden house creaking under the weight of its own solitude. Tien sits hunched on the porch, her knees drawn to her chest, an old photo of her pets clutched in her trembling hands. Her cat's soft fur, the puppy's playful yips, the chicken's gentle clucks, all stolen by her fake father's betrayal. The silence is a knife, cutting deeper with every passing second. The farm's once lively air now a hollow shell of what it was. She wipes her eyes, her voice barely a whisper. I thought I could trust him, but he took everything. The wind carries her words away, unanswered, as a single tear falls onto the photo, smudging the faded image. Jack's truck rumbles down the dirt path, kicking up clouds of dust that shimmer in the fading light, his arms laden with gifts. Crisp apples, clusters of grapes, a whole chicken wrapped in cloth. His arrival a beacon of warmth cutting through the cold fog of Tien's grief. Hey everyone, what are you doing? Oh, I just got here, he calls, his voice a lifeline as he steps into the overgrown garden, the scent of fresh earth mingling with the faint sweetness of the grapes. Tien looks up, her eyes swollen and red, the raw pain in her gaze piercing Jack's heart. I've been working in the vegetable garden for days. I wasn't here, so the weeds grew too much. Her voice cracks, the weight of her loss heavy in every word. He sold them all, Jack. My pets, they're gone. Jack sets down the gifts, his movements gentle as if approaching a wounded animal. What are you doing today? I just got back from work. Come inside. Tien, do you have anything else to do? She sighs, her voice a fragile whisper. I'm done, I just weeded. It rained, so the onions went bad, but I'm still tired. Her hands tremble as she wipes them on her skirt, the dirt smudging against the faded fabric, a stark contrast to the pristine whiteness of the chicken Jack brought. He takes charge, his voice steady. All right, let's go inside. I'll push this cart of weeds to burn. Let me handle it. He notices the remaining puppies, their tiny bodies curled up in a corner. Look at these puppies, so cute. Yes, I just cooked porridge for them, and tomorrow I'll buy bones to make more, to help them grow. Tien washes her hands at the outdoor tap, the cold water stinging her skin, her movements slow and deliberate. Why did you buy so much? Oh, your mom said a friend sent things from the south. Her voice is hollow, but there's a flicker of curiosity as she watches Jack unpack. The sight of the familiar fruits a small comfort. Jack smiles softly. I brought a chicken and fish to cook for you, Tien. It's been a while since I cooked for you here. Tien softens, her shoulders relaxing slightly. That's a long way to send things. You brought soup and the soft sweet cake. Each bite a small step toward healing. Tien admits, I'm so full. Let me make space for the fruit. The grapes are delicious. Jack encourages, I'll get you a bookshelf to learn cooking. Maybe selling cakes at the market will be easy. Tien nods, a spark of determination in her eyes. I was thinking, when can you get me that bookshelf? I want to make cakes and sell them at the market soon. Jack smiles. Sure, I'll buy it for you. I'll get supplies for you to make cakes. They finish, Tien saying, the dishes can wait until tomorrow. I'll take a shower. It's so hot, I'll use cold water. Jack nods. I'll get you a new bed someday. This one's too small and short. Back at Jack's home, his mother sits alone, the house quiet save for the ticking of an old clock. She holds a photo of her late husband, her fingers tracing his face. Jack wants me to find happiness, but how can I, after all these years? She thinks of Uncle Dung, a kind man from the village who's shown her care. But her heart hesitates, torn between her past and the possibility of a new future. She whispers to the photo, maybe it's time. The night stretches on, a quiet promise of change lingering in the air, as Jack and Tien take their first steps toward healing together. Segment 3, Healing, a Promise, and a New Beginning under the moon. 20 minutes, 200 lines. The moon climbs high, draping the farm in a shimmering silver glow, the vegetable garden rustling softly in the night breeze, each leaf catching the moonlight like a tiny mirror. The wooden house a sanctuary of warmth under the vast starry sky. Tien and Jack sit close on the porch, the remaining puppies nuzzling against her. Their soft fur and gentle whimpers a small but precious comfort against the ache of her loss. She strokes the golden puppy's head, her fingers lingering on its tiny ears. The moon is so beautiful tonight. Come sit here. I'll feed the golden puppy a bit, she says, her voice steadier now, a faint smile breaking through the shadows of her grief, the moonlight illuminating the hope in her eyes. Jack sits beside her, his shoulder brushing hers. These puppies are growing fast. The mother's milk must be good. They share grapes, the sweet tang bursting on their tongues, Tien's eyes softening. Having you here makes me so happy, Jack. Me too. I always want to be with you. Jack promises, his voice firm with conviction. I'll ask permission to go to the market to harvest things to sell. I won't let you worry about me anymore. He reaches for her hand, his thumb brushing over her knuckles, a silent vow. Tien nods, her gaze drifting to the garden. I'm thinking about when you can get me a bookshelf to learn cooking. I want to make cakes and sell them at the market nearby. Jack agrees, his smile warm. Sure, I'll get it for you. I'll buy things for you to make cakes. It might be easy to sell them. He adds, his tone thoughtful. I'll help you fix up this farm. The embankment and that house floor are all broken. I'll do it slowly so this place feels like home again. Tien reflects softly, her voice a whisper. The other day I felt sad, not because my father cheated. I was sad because I longed for a family, but I get it now, so I won't bring it up again. Jack comforts, his arm wrapping around her. Don't think too much. Just rest here. It's been a while since I cooked with you. His warmth seeps into her, a shield against the cold memories of betrayal. They clean up, the clatter of dishes a soft rhythm in the night, Tien saying. The dishes can wait until tomorrow. I'll shower. It's hot. I'll use cold water. Jack offers. I'll get you a new bed someday. This one's too small and short. He smiles, his eyes crinkling. You look so cute, Tien. Should I shower? Where are your clothes? I'll grab them. Tien laughs softly, the sound a fragile melody of hope. Is the water cold? Okay, get my clothes, please. They settle in, Jack vowing. I'll do my best so you don't worry. The police said this area is safe, so stay here and be at ease. Tien nods, her hand finding his. Having you here makes me so happy. I promise I won't make you worry. They sit in silence for a moment, the night wrapping around them like a blanket, the crickets singing a lullaby. Jack breaks the quiet. Tomorrow, I'll buy some chickens for you to raise. We'll start over. Tien smiles, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears. Thank you, Jack. With you, I'm not afraid anymore. The moonlight glows on their smiles, a beacon of a new beginning where love and hope bloom amidst hardship. They linger on the porch, the puppies sleeping at their feet, the future stretching out before them like the endless stars above. The next morning, Tien wakes early, the first rays of sunlight filtering through the window, painting the wooden floor in golden streaks. She steps outside, the air crisp with the promise of a new day, and begins weeding the garden, her hands moving with purpose. The empty pigpen still stings, but the pain is duller now, softened by Jack's presence. She whispers to herself, I'll make this place alive again for us. At the market, Jack haggles for a small flock of chickens, their feathers a riot of color, imagining Tien's smile when she sees them. He picks up a simple bookshelf, its wood worn but sturdy, a tool for her dreams of baking and selling cakes. Back at Jack's home, his mother stands at the kitchen window watching the sunrise, a cup of tea warming her hands. She thinks of Uncle Dung's kind eyes, his quiet offers of companionship, and feels a flutter of something she hasn't felt in years, hope. She resolves to meet him for coffee, a small step toward a future she never thought she'd have. Jack's right, she murmurs. Maybe it's time. The day unfolds, each of them, Tien, Jack, and his mother, taking tentative steps toward healing, their lives intertwined by love and the promise of brighter days. At the farm, Tien sets up the new chickens in the pig pen, their clucks a melody of renewal, while Jack hammers nails into the embankment, his laughter mingling with hers, the sound a testament to their shared strength. Under the morning sun, they build not just a farm, but a home. Their love a foundation stronger than any bridge Jack could ever construct.